We are too loud. We are too offensive. No.
Yeah, that sounds pretty tame for a guy that says he's too loud.
Too loud, too offensive, and straight off budget soon.
It is December, so please forgive us. Please understand.
Please understand the concept of love.
I haven't heard that one. I heard the please understand for like 10 hours. So anyways, this is a vegetable party, not a sausage party.
That offends me greatly because I'm a carnivore.
Yes. So it counter-offended us. This game really is like Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Yeah. It kind of also
it's almost like a play on it.
It makes me think of a more sophisticated version of The Last Days of Jack or Last Hours of Jack.
Yes, this is a game that has a budget beyond Unity assets, and this game will make you be scared of oranges because they explode and they explode into tiny
slices.
Yes, orange slices, and they're not nice slices of oranges. What else? I think the broccolis are like the stormtroopers of
They're the basic mooks. And then you have mushrooms that spit gunk at you. And I know
purple gunk.
Every time you die, a new enemy comes up.
It's one of those days. I'm sorry.
Where you don't want to wake up.
But it feels like a roguelike because when you die, you lose everything.
Yeah, but unlike a roguelike, or at least the new recent roguelikes, I don't think the backdrops change, and there's not a sense of progression as most modern
which is kind of a shame because we finally saved up every $5 increments and from the broccoli.
And then we just died. We bought our own plasma gun and everything.
We got done and died. Yeah, we finally got the plasma gun, which was amazing, but like, wow, the energy goes really quickly. I'm surprised they didn't make it rechargeable or like regenerable.
Well, they wanted to make it's a zombie game, right?
Yeah.
Conserving ammo is everything.
Yeah. But yeah, apparently we're not allowed to talk about Sausage Party here. And in almost 5 years, we've never had anyone tell us that. Try and censor us, which is very surprising. Very surprising. Usually we get told we're funny.
Yeah.
Today,
or that we're too loud.
Yes, too loud, too proud, and too happy.
Get used to it.
But yeah, I thought this game was pretty neat. It's definitely one of the hyped up indie games. Like a month or so ago, I found like this was the it game. Like everyone was talking about this game. Oh, it's vegetables, and you kill them, and they explode, and what was it? Wait, it wasn't the oranges that exploded. Something else exploded.
No, the lemons explode.
That's it. The lemons exploded. Their gunk everywhere, and
they exploded with a lemon party.
Yeah, and if you get too close, so I don't know if that was a bat or a metal bar that we were whacking at people.
I think it was a bat.
Okay. Or it looked like a metal roller. I'm not sure what it was.
Yeah, so you basically go around the map shooting up zombie vegetables and then freeing up areas, getting keys to unlock shops and more areas to fight in. So
it's funny because they stored what towns you cleared, but you don't get to keep your money. You don't get to keep any of your equipment. So it's like, why didn't they save the rest of it?
It's weird, so I'm going to look it up on Steam to see if it's actually a roguelike, because that might...
It really feels like it is a roguelike. It's a roguelike that looks like Earthbound, but plays like Earthbound meets Zombie Ate My Neighbors. And apparently you can clear areas, but for some reason you don't get to keep anything you actually earned. Yeah, it really looks like a SNES game. SNES game that goes around and you can like shoot in any direction too, which is very unusual. It's almost too accommodating in the way that you can actually go around and aim in any direction. I found it was like, because you could be swarmed in from any direction by these vegetables, and like they sort of teleport down, like they just appear out of nowhere. And if they didn't have that like teleportation sequence, you would probably get swarmed very quickly.
There's also skills that we could unlock. We never explored that in the game, but
Yeah, I mean, usually it feels like that meets Zelda because you have an inventory system. That's another thing we should cover.
oh yeah, and when you go into the inventory system, time slows down to a crawl, so you can use that to your advantage. Basically, like if an enemy is right behind you, instead of like turning on a dime, you could just do the 180, boom, gotcha.
Yeah, it's a very interesting game. I've never seen a game in a long time that plays like this.
It's really challenging. It's really
Apparently, it's really offensive.
let's admit it right now. We were addicted to this game.
I wanted to keep playing this game, but I realized
We were like playing like an hour of it.
was it an hour?
I don't know, but it's like that's like when we were playing Metal Gear or Trillion for an hour. It was because we were so lauded in the story. With this, it was more like the Drifter game, where Hyper Light
Drifter,
where we were more addicted to its gameplay rather than being forced to play by the story.
I don't think there really is much as a story. The vegetables are out to eat you.
Yeah, and you basically are just given the same excuse plot as bad dudes.
Yes, you gotta go save the president or
The world from the walking vegetables.
Mr. Chief gives you the mission.
That's actually his name, by the way, Mr. Chief.
Mr. Chief, which
Yeah,
is allusion
this
to a
game
number of things.
Yeah, this game's story is actually more on the nose than Last Days of Jack, because that has some self-aware humor, but it was more like it wasn't trying to be like outright on the nose, tongue-in-cheek.
Well, it feels like there's almost no reason to set up the story at all, because really
You're just playing the
you
game
don't even
because-
need to know that you're, I assume, a police officer or a detective or something. They don't really say what you are. You start in the police headquarters and
In
then
fact,
suddenly...
the way you look like Walter White from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of homages to, like, 80s. Like, all the graphics are sort of that 80s...
The car you come out of is the DeLorean.
Yeah, I mean, it's all set up. Like, it's sort of like if someone played Earthbound and someone told them about Hotline Miami, and they're like, well, I want to keep the look of Earthbound, but then I want to add Hotline Miami and, like, some of the neon colors and everything. And it's sort of like a compromise between those two. The menus are, like, 80s, but then the
Like
actual
Hotline
game...
Miami.
Yeah, but the actual game looks like Earthbound.
And the gameplay is more of a blend of Zombies Ate My Neighbors and I want to say Binding of Isaac.
Okay, yeah, it's got more of a look, Binding of Isaac look, yeah.
Yeah, except instead of crying, you just shoot vegetables with your gun.
Yes, which fortunately has infinite bullets because, oh my gosh, those apples and the pumpkins and what was the other thing that took
like
forever?
mushrooms and lemons, and did we even find a fire hydrant?
Yeah, I wasn't even sure if that was a fire hydrant.
Until
Wow,
it
that
blew
could
up.
that took a lot of hits, that fire hydrant. It just didn't want to die.
Yeah, so I would definitely say pick this game up.
I say pick this game up. I mean, apparently it's the game that gets people to be offensive. I
And
would
people
never
have
submit.
been non-stop talking about it, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of those games that are on a list of look out for this game, and I picked it up on sale, and I think it's normally $10. It seems pretty
it's
decent.
$10, yeah.
I think around 8 to 10 is pretty fair for this.
Yeah, I'd say 8 to 10 would be fair if you're looking to buy it on a budget. Wait until it goes on sale, but that's
Wait
my
another
rule of thumb
week
for
because the
everything.
winter Steam sale, it's the biggest sale of the year. So
One more week
to celebrate,
your breath.
or your empty wallet.
My wallet's gonna have a moth fly out of it. I'm gonna grab a
The
moth,
holes will.
keep it alive, and then once it comes time, I will open it and a moth will fly out.
It'll be your mascot for the Steam sale.
And then by the end, I will grab the moth and bite its head off.
Because you're like Ozzy.
I am Aussie.
Who the F is Justin Bieber?
Fucking sponge cake.
Alright. I think with that, check it out. Keep on gaming. And eat your vegetables. Or just fire at them. Bye.